feel like this topic of marriage and sex in the church is such a double-edged sword. You have so many sides where people say that this is the pinnacle of success, is to be married, to have children, to have a family. And so then it swings to the other side of where when us single people express the desire to have those things, that it is this thing of just like, oh, singleness is a gift. You should be a whole person. You should be seeking after the Lord. And so it feels like you're kind of being shamed for wanting this thing that people keep pushing as like, you should be married, you should have a family, like all these things. So it's just like, okay, it feels like this is the goal. But if I say it out loud, that that's the goal, that I'm not satisfied in my singleness, that I'm not, passionately pursuing the Lord. So it's this weird place that we live in right now, where marriage sometimes does come off as like this goal that can measure our success in life, but also it's this thing that's like, don't admit that you want it, because then it could be that you're just not happy with who you are right now. It definitely does feel like that it is the end-all be-all to all problems that we face, of wanting to have sex, wanting to feel known, wanting to be seen, all these different things. But there are struggles that if we don't deal with, in our single season, we're gonna continue to deal with them in our marriage season. Sometimes it's even exposed more, so it's exponentially more an issue. I've talked with a lot of married friends about, how do you handle this current season of your life of, dealing with while you're single. Like, I may struggle with masturbation, pornography, feeling lonely. Like, it doesn't have to be the extremes, but once I get married, do those things just go away? And the answer is usually no. Like, usually I deal with it more now, because I was preached at to think that sex now as a single person, bad, don't do it, it's gross. But once you get married, this veil just lifts and every issue is gone, because you have the freedom to just do all the things all the time. But it's not usually ever the answer. It's, how are you as a person with the Lord? And how are you trying to be whole? And how are you healing? And you can do that in a single and a married season. It doesn't have to be one or the other. And marriage is not the answer to all your issues. It's a gift that you're given from the Lord to further your purpose and call that He's put on your life. But it's not the answer to all your problems. He is. See, intimacy, I think we initially, like when we say the word, we already just think of physical intimacy. And that's not even the case when that is the real thing, is like you have to have emotional intimacy in order to have physical intimacy. So even as someone that, I'm not out there having sex with people, I'm not like doing all these things that can come off as the physical intimacy side of things. I just want people to sit and be with me. Like, give me your face, give me your ears. Let me know that you're a safe space for me to sit and tell you how I'm feeling. Let me know that you're hearing me, that you're listening to me, that you're not going to cliche away this thing that I'm dealing with. And it's a real struggle sometimes, it's a real joy sometimes, it's just, I want to be able to know that I can sit with you and know that you're going to love me enough to hear me. And that's the deepest level of intimacy that I can get. So doing that with my friends, with my family, even with the Lord, like He is so great with that, because it's those moments where we feel like we're not being heard, that He gently nudges and just says, hey, I'm here. I see you. I love you. You're known. That in and of itself is the best intimacy that I could express or even experience throughout my whole life, even once I do get married.